Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of The Copy Corner with Terry Schilling and Dan Marzullo, your favorite copywriters and content writers, here with another great topic today because we're going to talk about headline power words and why they are so important, especially the headlines, Dan, because when we're writing an email, landing page, blog article, that headline is going to ultimately be the main reason they keep on reading. But there's one thing that ultimately you want to do first, before even starting your headline.
Right. We got to make sure we understand the goal of the piece or of the headline. What do you want that reader to do? Is there a call to action?
Right.
Because before you can figure out those power words, you need to know what you're trying to do, right? If the piece is for SEO and you have to include certain keywords, obviously that's going to dictate where you go, the direction you take.
Absolutely, Dan. And the headline is really the start of the story, right? So this is the start that's going to inspire them to keep reading and take their desired action, get them to where you want to be. And so that's why I want to help you guys with suggesting these power words that you can sprinkle in there to help the reader take action, right? So Dan, why don't you start and give some of your best power words and some maybe even power phrases too?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think one of my favorite ones, it's super basic, but it's still so effective, is how to, right? Anytime
Absolutely.
you see an article that starts with how to blank to help you blank or whatever, that's a great one because if you're trying to learn something, that's going to be valuable and you're going to click it.
Yeah.
So I'm a fan of that. Or ultimate is another favorite of mine. Anytime I see something that's like the ultimate guide to whatever, that kind of gets me to click. Those are probably my top two. Other than that, mistakes or avoid. Those are probably the other two that I see that I think can be effective.
Yeah. I think that's great because you're tapping into human psychology here. These headlines are one of the first things they see. So it's like you're striking curiosity, you're striking fear of missing out by saying these things like, I don't want to be like this person, so let me find out how to avoid, XYZ mistake. And asking a question to start is always an effective strategy because as humans, there's this loop going on in our head that we want to close when we hear a question, especially if we think that we can know the answer or if it relates to us. So then we'll ultimately want to keep reading and at least, open the email to see, okay, how can they solve this problem for me? And so that goes into some of my power words, especially some influential words. Discover and imagine are two of my favorites. So imagine kind of helps the reader come over these internal objections that they have, Dan, because they're just like, they already may have an idea of what your piece is about or know that they need this solution. So, they're already going to have these doubts. Will it cost too much? Will it really work? And so then by saying imagine, you're painting this visualization in their head. Same with discover, same with introducing. You're introducing them something new. So that dopamine, is going off in their head. Like, okay, what is this going to be about? This is something that is going to maybe to challenge me differently to solve my problem. So I just took you through Psychology 101. That was a college course right there.
Yeah, right. Look at all this free value.
I just watched the tape back, everybody. Dan was just like writing it down in his head, taking mental notes. He's like, oh my God, what happened? I blacked out. I was on fire there. No, but I hope that... Go ahead.
I like discover and imagine, Terry. I was just thinking as soon as you said that, I'm like, man, that to me looks like a great power word for like a vacation spot, right? If you're like writing a headline, like come discover our beach and our islands or whatever. I'm like, man, I'm already doing the visualization you're talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. Those are definitely some of my favorites. And some other power words, free. You may roll your eyes, but trust me, free in a subject line or if you're in a landing page, like the fast track to lose weight fast, all for free. Even something like that. People, when they see free, they're like, oh, shit, that's, doesn't really cost me anything. Great, I'll keep reading. Valuable is another good one, which are always trying to offer valuable, attractive, interesting. Amazing is another great power word. And especially for headlines, use the word you. Let the person think like you're talking to them. Putting that customer first. It's one of the most powerful words in copywriting, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I agree. I like that. Awesome, Terry. No, I think those are some good words that we just jotted down for everybody. Anything else you want to add into that?
No, I don't really think so. I was writing down a couple of them, and I know we touched on them. Some other phrases that can help, get in the reader's mind to help them think. I mean, you talked about, the how-to phrase, but what would it be like if is a good one. The more you is one that I've used from time to time. find yourself doing this. Again, it's using visualization similar to what I talked about with using the word imagine. But yeah, that's really all I got, Dan. So some power words, some power phrases to use in your headline that will ultimately, there's that word again, inspire your reader to take action.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, one of the things we wanted to kind of leave you with as well, something we can drop in the comments with this video, but we actually found this really cool tool from CoSchedule. It's actually a headline analyzer, so you can actually put your headline in there that you're thinking about using for an article or email, whatever it is, and it'll actually give you a score and rate it based on, readability, grammar, length, and all that. And it even breaks down some percentages based on, how many words are power words in the headline and emotional connection and things like that. So it's pretty cool. You have to check it out.
Yeah, definitely check out that. What was the URL again, or the name of it, Dan?
It's from CoSchedule. So yeah, it's like coschedule.com/headline analyzer.
Headline analyzer. Yeah, guys, check that out. Awesome episode today, Dan. Anything else?
No, that's it for me.
All right, beautiful. Well, guys, thank you so much for listening. As always, love what you do. Proceed with passion. We'll see you on the next episode of the Copy Corner. Enjoy your week.